Yo, what's up? 3 videos in the same car. Crazy. No, but this will be my NBA predictions, obviously. My last video was NFL predictions. So obviously the NBA season just started, and as this is going on, I think the Bucks game is happening, the Bucks versus 76ers. But I just wanted to hop on here and give my very, very, very early predictions as for NBA Finals and MVP. Probably Defensive Player of the Year as well. Basically, I'll start out with the Defensive Player of the Year. Actually, no, I'll start out with the MVP. Don't know what I'm trying to do. Okay. But MVP. This is a stacked year for MVP. Obviously, we have some great players. This is actually one of the most talented seasons I've seen in a while. Luka's there, great player. Giannis is there, best player in the league in my personal opinion. Joel Embiid's there, great center. Nikola Jokic there, still. He just won back-to-back MVPs. He's still there. Then you have some underrated players like, not underrated. Kevin Durant is obviously still there, but returning Kawhi Leonard, really happy to see that guy coming back. He's a fun guy. But MVP is a tough one. Last year, personally, I had Giannis as my MVP. Jokic won it, which I wasn't mad at. You know what I mean? I thought Jokic won it or Giannis won it. Embiid was there, but Giannis did what Embiid did, but just better. You know what I mean? So I was like, why are people even bringing up Embiid in that conversation? I don't know. But this year, I do think Embiid probably will win it. Not because he doesn't deserve it, but just because his name has been thrown around in the last 2 seasons of being, he's the MVP. People will want to vote for him just to get out the way. You know what I mean? I think this year Giannis will still always be there for MVP. But yeah, no, I'm Joel Embiid, Luka, a very big chance of MVP as well. But I'm just gonna have to wait on Luka. I'm not a big fan of Luka. I understand he's an amazing player. If you know me, you know why I don't really like Luka. But, that's my prediction. Probably Joel Embiid, like I said, or Luka. But I'm always going to be pulling for Giannis. Giannis is one of my favorite players in the league, He's not on my favorite team, but he is a great player. I love watching him. Super entertaining, super fun, everything like that. My dark horse, though, will be Kawhi Leonard. But coming up into it is the Defensive Player of the Year. Really, Defensive Player of the Year is so tough because any year you could just have someone that just improved massively and, could win it. Last year, Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year, and that was another one that I disagreed with this one more than the MVP. I thought Giannis was there, and I also thought Mikal Bridges. And obviously, I'm a huge Giannis fan. I'm a huge Mikal Bridges fan. But I felt like they just gave it to Marcus Smart because he's a guard. They just wanted a guard to get the award because it hasn't happened in so long. They just wanted it to happen, which is fine, but I don't know. I just thought Giannis was a better pick. And I also kind of thought Drew Holiday was also an amazing pick if you wanted to go for the guard, because I've always thought Drew Holiday is probably the best defensive guard in the league. So I thought Drew Holiday. But this year, it's a new year. I think those same guys are still there. Marcus Smart's his defense, I don't really appreciate. It's more of agging defense, more of that Patrick Beverley style of defense, just getting in your face and everything like that. It's not really skilled, but it does take hustle and stuff like that. I respect it. But he's still going to be there. Drew Holiday's going to be there as well, I think. Mikal Bridges, Giannis, those guys are going to be there. Kawhi Leonard, another player, I think is going to be there. But I think it's going to come down to Giannis and Kawhi Leonard. This is what I think. Or Joe. I don't want to really say Joel Embiid because he's not really versatile on defense. I'm gonna say Giannis or Kawhi, and I think if it comes down where statistically it's very close, they're more likely to give it to Kawhi because he's returning. This is a return season. But I don't know. I'm very split on it. Defensive Player of the Year is hard to track. You know what I mean? Especially with narrative stuff like that involved. But I'll probably say Kawhi. But Giannis is my close second. I don't know why I said basically. Next is finals predictions. Really early. Really, really early. I have no clue, to be honest. I think that there are great teams out there. I think, once again, the Bucks. Amazing team, and I think personally they could have made it last year if they had Chris Middleton with them. I know I'm like all over the Bucks right now. It's not my favorite team, I swear. It's the Suns. But speaking of the Suns are there for the. I'll just start in the Eastern Conference. 76ers, Celtics, Bucks. Heat is there, and then Nets are there, but they're also not there. Speaking of Nets, Ben Simmons could also win Defensive Player of the Year, but probably not. But I'm going to probably lock in right now Eastern Conference Bucks. I think they've got it this year. The Celtics are there, though. I mean, yeah, no, I think this year is the Bucks' year, personally. To make the finals. I mean, obviously they just won it, you know what I mean, 2 seasons back, or a season ago. Not 2 seasons back. As for the Western Conference, I think it's crazy stacked because we have the Nuggets because Jamal Murray has returned. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard's back, and I think I don't know if Paul George is back or if he's going to be back later on in the season. I don't know. I might have to check that. But those, then the Warriors, who just won, the Suns, the Mavericks, the Pelicans are going to be an underrated team this year for sure. They got Zion back last year. They were actually really good last year. I didn't hate them. But those teams, those 7 teams, pretty good. As for who I think it's going to be the Warriors that make it. Listen, I'm not a big fan of the Warriors. I don't hate them. I'm indifferent towards them. I hate the Mavericks more just because they beat the Suns last season, but Grizzlies as well. Grizzlies another team, but I just think the Warriors they're more likely to stay consistent, stay good, and make it. And that's probably who's going to make it in the Western Conference. I pretty much owned it at this point. Unless some team comes out of nowhere, or some team changes up their game plan completely, you know what I mean? Or gets a new player. KD to the Suns? Maybe? No. But yeah, no, that's what I think. But in that finals, Bucks versus Warriors, I was actually a big thing on the Bucks. I said if the Bucks could have made it last year against the Warriors, the Bucks probably would have won. They're amazing defensively. Obviously, no one can guard Steph. Super difficult task, but Jrue Holiday would have done better than what Marcus Smart did in that series. And no one, but on the other side, you look at guys who could guard Giannis on the Warriors. Who they got? Draymond could give them a little bit of a problem. But no. I just think Giannis would go off in that series and legit give the Warriors trouble. And I would have him as finals MVP as well. I would honestly go Bucks in 6 in that series. That's my prediction. Bucks versus Warriors, Bucks in 6, Giannis finals MVP. But yeah, that's my early NBA predictions. I understand I started a lot in this video because I wasn't really, mind going everywhere because the NBA season, it just started. But I'm going to update it, midway through. Then once we get to the playoffs, predictions, and then also college football. I'll be probably doing top 25 teams, and just giving game predictions on those, like really quick through, you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, that's what I got. But basically, yeah, no, this is it. Sorry for the stuttering and the craziness in this video, but yeah, no. This last video that I'll be posting until I post my next one. What am I talking about at this point? Whatever. Peace.